Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the OU Football Preview Show. I'm Rick Heath. With me, as always, Al Eschbach, and we are at the Cohiba Lounge here in Norman on Boyd and Jenkins. Adjacent to, as you can see, Royal Pipes and Tobacco. Royal Pipes and Tobacco has been here for 40-plus years. Great place for cigars and pipe tobacco. And Cohiba Lounge, a great place for a drink and a cigar. The only place in Norman you can sit around, have a great drink, your favorite cigar, and watch your favorite sporting event here at the Cohiba Lounge, Boyd and Jenkins in Norman. Al, OU had a COVID week, canceled the West Virginia game, and now we have a Baylor game coming up, and everybody is hoping, including Lincoln Riley, that they can have a game.
Yeah, they need to, they need to play at least one more game and win it to get to the Big 12 championship. So you got this, and then you got West Virginia, since that was postponed in Morgantown. But you never know who and what until they actually take the field.
Well, and yeah, so Saturday night here in Norman, right over there at Owen Field, until you get an eye on who's going to be there, you never know who's going to be playing because of all the COVID testing that's going to be going on in the contract tracing.
Yeah, absolutely. And from early stuff that I've heard, it's going to be more on the defensive side of the ball, and some coaches maybe. That's why Bob Stoops is helping out now.
Yeah, Lincoln called Bob Stoops in, called it off the bench, pulled him in off the bench. I'm sure that Bob enjoyed that and got out there and had fun coaching, the team this week. And I'm just hoping to have a game. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope it's good for, the players, the university, the fans, all of that, and the merchants here in Norman, like the Cohiba Lounge right here on Boyd and Jenkins within sight of Owen Field right here. Great place, as I said. Come and get a cigar, a drink, and watch your favorite sporting event. And don't forget, next weekend, during the Baylor game, they have the CAO gift set, where the CAO cigar people will be out here doing gift sets. They have box specials, all of that on CAO cigars here at Royal Pipes and Tobacco in Norman on Boyd and Jenkins. We'll be back with more right after this.
Whoa, easy, big fella. We don't need a chainsaw maniac around here. Trees are like family. You want to keep them healthy and happy. At Arbor Masters, we've been doing this for over 60 years. Trees trust us, and people love us. See? So just go find someplace else, okay? All right, big tree. We'll get you through this.
Call Arbor Masters. Trees trust us, and you can too.
Going up.
Bart Chichetti in Deep Deuce, 121 Northeast 2nd Street here in Deep Deuce. Great new bar area here and sports and restaurant. Got a huge big screen here. You can come watch college football or World Series, whatever you'd like here at Bart Chichetti. I want to talk about a great sponsor of the OU Football Preview Show, and that's Prairie Wolf Spirits, distilled right here in Guthrie, Oklahoma, right here in Oklahoma at Guthrie. Great company. They provide gin, vodka, and the new dark, Prairie Wolf Dark, which goes great in the fall here in the cold weather. Hot coffee, cocoa, whatever you like, Prairie Wolf Dark will go well with that. And any of your coffee drinks, Prairie Wolf Dark will make that a better drink. And it is carried in a lot of places in Oklahoma. If your local restaurant establishment, whatever, doesn't carry Prairie Wolf Spirits, ask them to carry Prairie Wolf Spirits. So you can have Prairie Wolf Dark, Prairie Wolf Gin, or Prairie Wolf Vodka. And any vodka drink is better with Prairie Wolf Vodka. Prairie Wolf Spirits, right here in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma Distilled. Welcome to the Cohiba Lounge next to Royal Pipes and Tobacco. A great place to come watch your favorite sporting event, have your favorite beverage, and smoke your favorite cigar, all at the Cohiba Lounge in Norman, Jenkins, and Boyd. A great place to come watch your sporting event, cigar, and a drink, all at Cohiba Lounge next to the best selection of cigars in Norman at Royal Pipes and Tobacco. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Rick Heath, Al Eschbach from the Cohiba Lounge, adjacent to Royal Pipes and Tobacco here in Norman. Again, the CAO cigar people will be here next weekend during the Baylor weekend, and they will have gift sets where you get 5 full flavor cigars from around the world and a limited edition CAO lighter on special. So be sure to be here next weekend and every night, if you'd like, in order to smoke a cigar, have a drink, and watch your favorite sporting event. Al, I mean, it's like this year's like no other. There's so many, times they stop. I mean, they had to be away. OU had to be away from the facility for 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
They couldn't even work out. They couldn't do anything. I mean, how much? I mean, it's got to have an effect. How much of an effect do you think it will have?
Oh, you're playing Baylor, so not much.
So Baylor, you don't have a whole lot of high opinion of?
No, Baylor's not very good. The way OU's playing right now, as long as you don't like it's Rattler or somebody, I don't think it is Rattler. So you move on. If there's somebody here and there, but you got to go. You just got to make the best of it right now. But you are playing Baylor, and Baylor's not very good.
They're not very good. They've got a pretty good defense. I mean, Dave Moran, the coach, has come back, with that defensive philosophy, and they're hoping, for a long time, Baylor was, like OU, one of the highest scoring teams in the country and in the conference, and that's not so much now. But they do have a good quarterback in Charlie Brewer,
who struggled this year. Now, he played better last week against Kansas State, but he's been terrible this year.
Yeah, he hasn't been as good in the past, and and so when you get a new coach, new offense, it's a whole different
playing
story.
very tentative, just not completing passes. Just the main thing you play with him, you rather run first. So remember the last year with him.
He had quite a game.
First half, he was unbelievable.
Yes.
Then they shut him down second half.
But they got a hold of that. But right now, with OU coming off perhaps their best game of the year in their victory over Oklahoma State, and then they have to pause activity for 4 or 5 days, and now they're resuming it in a limited scale now. It's a shame because OU was playing at such a high level offensively, as you just said.
Yeah, so I mean, you got OU's clicking. I don't think it's here again. You got to see who's out and who's this. But I'm sure Baylor's going to have some players out also. Everybody does.
Well, everybody's having to deal with it all over the country.
Absolutely.
Every team, every conference, all that. You're having to deal with that. Families are having to deal with it.
Yes.
So we're talking football and we're talking recreation. Okay? Now, put it in perspective. Because as long as families are staying healthy, that can help the players and all of that, and the players help their family. So I just want to see that, develop where everybody stays healthy and they get a game off, But one of the things that I did want to talk about is OU has a way to really get this game started, and that's run the ball.
You get the big guy. Stevenson is such a load. He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's averaging. Rhamondre Stevenson, since he came back, is averaging almost 8 yards a carry. And his touches are up. He's catching the ball.
And they're getting the ball out of the backfield.
Getting the ball out of the backfield. I mean, putting him out on the edge with a little swing pass against a cornerback. I mean, that's a mismatch you'll take every time.
Yeah, he is made so much for this offense. I mean, he's a beast is what he is. And They were going to be good. Imagine, because you had him, and then Kennedy Brooks was going to be the starter this year, and then you'd have him coming in. I mean, just...
And fortunately for OU, Rhamondre Stevenson was able to come back and play the last 3 games. And with those last 3 games, they put up over 200 yards a game rushing.
It makes we thought at the end of last year they're going to be really, really good at running back. Obviously with Kennedy Brooks, Trey Sermon, and Stevenson, and none of those guys were around.
And Spencer Rattler's coming off a really good week, and he was up. They nominated him for the Davey O'Brien Freshman of the Week award. And got him up there, got some good accolades. So Spencer Rattler's playing well.
Absolutely.
And who's making that job of his easier? Rhamondre Stevenson.
Yeah, you're right. And the offensive line's playing well.
Yeah, the offensive line's playing well.
The offensive line looks better when you got a guy like Stevenson running the ball.
Well, yeah, because he can not only make that first guy miss if he needs to, he can blow him away if he needs to.
Yeah.
He's not a quick cut guy.
And the offensive line is doing a good job. But Rattler's staying in the pocket, throwing the ball really good. Well.
Yeah, and the receivers are catching the ball for the most part. So this offense is really rolling like we had anticipated earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But it's a different year. 2020 is just different. And for anybody to start drawing conclusions about this or that, this year is going. You can get an indication, but you can't really get a good reading because it's so different.
No, it's got to be tough for the players and the coaches.
It is. Hey, we are at Cohiba Lounge here in Norman, next door and adjacent to Royal Pipes and Tobacco. The best selection of cigars in Norman right here at Royal Pipes and Tobacco. And also want to talk about a couple other places here. Great sponsors of the show, Neighborhood Jams, one of the Hal Smith restaurant groups here in Norman. They have 2 locations, one in Norman on Main Street next to the railroad tracks, and one at 150th and North Penn in Oklahoma City. But the same great food, same great menu, same great service as all Hal Smith restaurant groups. So if you're looking for a great breakfast place, lunch place, or brunch, Neighborhood Jams with biscuits as big as this ashtray are there for you at Neighborhood Jams. We'll be right back after this.
Whoa, easy, big fella. We don't need a chainsaw maniac around here. Trees are like family. You want to keep them healthy and happy. At Arbor Masters, we've been doing this for over 60 years. Trees trust us, and people love us. See? So just go find someplace else, okay? All right, big tree. We'll get you through this.
Call Arbor Masters. Trees trust us, and you can too.
Going out.
Welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Al Eschbach, Rick Heath from the Cohiba Lounge next door to Royal Pipes and Tobacco at Boyd and Jenkins here in Norman. Let me tell you about another couple of great places and great advertisers here on the show. Bart Chichetti in Oklahoma City on 2nd Street, just north of Bricktown. A great sports bar area, great big screen TV. Unusually good food, really a different menu, but it's really tasty. We've been there, we've had the food there and the drinks, all that are great at Bart Chichetti, and they specialize in Prairie Wolf Spirits. Prairie Wolf Spirits of Guthrie, the distillery in Guthrie, our very own Oklahoma distillery. If you're looking for a great drink of vodka, gin, or the dark liqueur, Prairie Wolf Spirits has that. If your favorite bar doesn't have Prairie Wolf Spirits, ask them to carry it so you can have a drink like this or many others with the Prairie Wolf vodka, gin, and or the dark for coffee drinks. So all that available from Prairie Wolf Spirits. Al, if OU wins this game, it'll be Lincoln Riley's 43rd win in his 4th year. You know who that will tie?
In his 4th year, it would...
Bob Stoops.
That's, I was going to say Switzerland, but they didn't play as many games then.
Yeah, because they play more games now.
Right.
But yeah, so if he wins Saturday against Baylor, that will be his 43rd win as an OU head coach, which would tie Bob Stoops for the most in program history in the 4th year.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, really impressive.
Yeah, because Bob had such a fantastic, he had that tough start in '99, but I mean, other than that, boom, he went from there to national championship and on from there on, playing for all the national championships, winning 11 plus games a year, and 12 plus games a year. So Lincoln Riley is following in the footsteps of one of OU's favorite coaches.
And they'd probably kick themselves if they went out of not beating Kansas State.
Golly, you look at that and see what Kansas State, now obviously Kansas State was playing better then, but I mean, let Kansas State get back in that game, that's probably the biggest disappointment in the last couple of years.
Absolutely.
I mean, getting beat by Iowa State, I mean, that's one thing. Iowa State's a quality team.
Right.
Kansas State
No,
is
it's
not.
very good. No, you had so much more talent, and I realized they Skylar Thompson was quarterback, and then they were a better team then, but OU's so much more talented than Kansas State.
And what's happening right now is OU's defense is playing so much better.
And Rattler's not turning it over.
Yeah, and Rattler didn't throw a couple of interceptions.
So, and then they fumbled the ball, McGowan fumbled the ball, everything just turned like that, a block punt.
Yeah, all that, so they regret that, but coming into this Baylor game, OU's defense is starting to play better. They are 7th nationally in rushing yards allowed, giving up just 96 per game. That's pretty good.
Well, they're the best defense in the Big 12 Conference right now.
Well, their defensive line is getting
Perkins
good.
is just and Winfrey. I mean Ellison, Isaiah Thomas,
Nick Bonito,
outside linebacker.
Yeah, he's leading the conference in sacks.
6.5.
Isaiah Thomas is 3rd with 5.5. And Ronnie Perkins. You're talking about Ronnie Perkins. Ronnie Perkins played 3 games. He's got 3.5 sacks. He's got 6 tackles for loss. And he's had 6 hurries. I mean, he's just been playing great.
He's been a disruptive force, probably at a defensive end, probably the most disruptive since Tapper. And I think Perkins will make a better pro than Tapper did. And what they're doing, they're getting the quarterback without blitzing.
See, and that's what we had talked about. If a defensive coordinator's dream, if he can get pressure on that quarterback without having to bring linebackers and blitz and get out of sync in the backside.
Yeah, it is a dream, and the secondary's playing better.
The secondary's playing better because they don't have to cover as long.
You're right. Absolutely
all they
right.
have to do is bump the guy and hold him for a couple of seconds, and then by the time 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, the defensive line is making that quarterback move.
Yeah, I think Lincoln's biggest recruiting battle the next month is going to be Perkins and Stevenson.
To recruit them back to the game.
Back for another year.
Yeah,
come back and compete for national championship next year.
Oh, man, wouldn't that be great? That would be great. Now Alex Grinch has got the defense, more his style. I mean, they're playing in his vision. They're playing within them. They're getting some turnovers.
Yeah,
they're getting some turnovers. They're getting pressure on the quarterback. The speed D is coming. They've got this pressure on the ends with Bonito and Perkins. I mean, they're getting after it, and you can tell the difference, And just think, if they do come back, how much stronger that defense will be next year.
Oh, yeah. They'll be really good if those guys come back. Really, really good.
So, right now, Charlie Brewer's he's going to be, the hope is OU's defensive line can make him very uncomfortable because he hasn't been playing well, as you said. And if you can get him moving around and uncomfortable in the pocket.
And don't let him beat you with his legs.
Yes. And, and who knows? He might give one up or throw one up, and then OU's off and running. But it's going to be an interesting game Saturday. Hopefully it works well for the fans and for the players, and they get to play it here on next Saturday in OU here. And we are at the Cohiba Lounge in Norman. And that Saturday night, come by and be a part of what Cohiba Lounge is doing with CAO Cigars. CAO Cigars, they have a gift set, 5 full-flavor cigars from around the world, plus a limited edition CAO lighter. It's on special. Come by. They also have box specials and individual specials from the CAO people themselves. Will be here at Cohiba Lounge. And you can have a drink, your favorite cigar, and watch a sporting event. Watch the game here if you don't want to go to the game here at Cohiba Lounge. We'll be back right after this.
Whoa, easy, big fella. We don't need a chainsaw maniac around here. Trees are like family. You want to keep them healthy and happy. At Arbor Masters, we've been doing this for over 60 years. Trees trust us, and people love us. See? So just go find someplace else, okay? All right, big tree. We'll get you through this.
Call Arbor Masters. Trees trust us, and you can too.
Going out.
Bart Chichetti in Deep Deuce, 121 Northeast 2nd Street here in Deep Deuce. Great new bar area here and sports and restaurant. Got a huge big screen here. You can come watch college football or World Series, whatever you'd like here at Bart Chichetti. I want to talk about a great sponsor of the OU football preview show, and that's Prairie Wolf Spirits, distilled right here in Guthrie, Oklahoma, right here in Oklahoma at Guthrie. Great company. They provide gin, vodka, and the new dark, Prairie Wolf Dark, which goes great in the fall here in the cold weather. Hot coffee, cocoa, whatever you like, Prairie Wolf Dark will go well with that. And any of your coffee drinks, Prairie Wolf Dark will make that a better drink. And it is carried in a lot of places in Oklahoma. If your local restaurant, establishment, whatever, doesn't carry Prairie Wolf Spirits, ask them to carry Prairie Wolf Spirits so that you can have Prairie Wolf Dark, Prairie Wolf Gin, or Prairie Wolf Vodka. And any vodka drink is better with Prairie Wolf Vodka. Prairie Wolf Spirits, right here in Guthrie, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma Distilled. And welcome back, OU Football Preview Show. Heath and Al Eschbach from Cohiba Lounge here in Norman. Hey, Bart Chichetti in Oklahoma City, just north. It's on 2nd Street, just north of Bricktown in Deep Deuce area. Great bar, great restaurant food, and a big screen, biggest one in the state, that you can watch all the sporting events that you like. And right now, I mean, everything's getting ready to, moving into bowl season, bowl championships, conference championships, bowl championships. NBA will be starting soon, and all that will be available at Bart Chichetti on their big screen, along with drink specials provided by Prairie Wolf Spirits. And also, they have wonderful Prairie Wolf night on Thursday nights with live music provided by Prairie Wolf Spirits at Bart Chichetti on 2nd Street in Deep Deuce. Now, this game, if everything goes according to plan and OU rebound, so to speak. It's probably not a good term, but they come back from being paused for COVID. How do you see this game going?
OU's a lot better than they are. I mean, they're just a lot better. The spread is like 22 points, so OU's a touchdown favorite. So you just go, again, you don't turn the ball over, you don't let Brewer beat you with his legs. I don't see how they're going to move the ball much. I really don't.
And right now, I think OU feels comfortable that they can run the ball on anybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and so they could probably, just be a conservative offense, run the ball a bunch, but that's not Lincoln's style.
No.
He wants to make sure everything is covered. He's going to run it, and then the play action passes are going to be wide open because those safeties are coming in, trying to get up on the, right at the line of scrimmage to stop Rhamondre Stevenson. Play action, boom, Spencer rolls out, which he does very, very well.
Yeah, he does really well. He's got a lot better than that rolling out. He does a really good job of that.
So roll him out a little bit, and all of a sudden those deep routes are going to be open. And I see that you start out running the ball well, that opens up play action. Play action opens up the deep pass. All of a sudden you've got, just like against OSU, 21-0 within a blink of the eye in
game's
the first
over.
quarter.
Yeah.
In the first quarter, and game's over with. So that's kind of how I see it going. Now there could be bumps along the way, but right now that's how I see it going.
Yeah, OU's just more talented, and they're playing with so much confidence. That's on both ends of the ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing that that you hate to see the pause happen because that continuity takes a little while to get going. But they're playing at such a high level, I don't think it'll have that much.
No, I don't think so either. I really don't.
Missing the game, with West Virginia. You'd like to have that game under your belt, but who knows? There are a lot of conferences that are canceling those last few games because they've got enough in. The ACC's already talked about that. The Big Ten's talking about it.
Well, you would have liked to get it, because then if you beat West Virginia, you beat Baylor, you would have 2 weeks to get ready for the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah, but now you're going to be playing the week before the Big 12 championship if you beat Baylor Saturday.
Right.
And then continue to beat West Virginia. So it's working out, but at the same time, it's not exactly how they've drawn it up.
Not a perfect world right now.
It's not a 2020. Hey, I've got a few props here.
Go ahead.
Okay. OU rushing totals over and under 250 yards.
Go under.
Going to go under, yeah, because they've been averaging 200, but they may not have to do that on Saturday. Okay. Stevenson, 150. Over, under.
I'll probably go under because I think they're going to play Pledger some and McGowan some. So I'd probably go under.
I'm agreeing with you because I'm thinking it's going to be 21-0 pretty quick.
Yeah, and those other guys get touches.
And they're all going to get play time. Okay, Stevenson's touches. Now, this is where I was looking at 20, but touches, and that's runs and pass catches.
I'm going to go over.
So you think it'll go over 20?
Yes.
I would love to see that because then they're having a very successful game for OU.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, defense on this side. Defensive, the turnovers. I got 1.5, either 1 or 2.
I'm going over.
There you go, because they make
Brewer turns it over.
Yeah, Brewer turns it over, and OU's been getting better at getting those turnovers. And then sacks. I got 3.
I'm going to go over.
Under, over 3.
Over. I'm going over.
Over 3. Okay. All right. 3. All right. And then last one, my prediction is OU 48-21.
42-10. Oh, yeah.
42-10. All right. Well, that's going to do it. You can go to Vegas, book it. You can be
no doubt. OU covers.
I'll just say it. OU's going to cover the 22-point spread. OU had better. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the OU Football Preview Show.